guys. For the past 3 years, I have done a list of the top 10 songs that have come out each year. I know everyone's looking forward to it, but I'll just start with my top 10 songs of 2020. It is 1:09 a.m. I got this bowl of fettuccine on me. Just cleared out all the storage on my phone, so starting in 10th place is If You're Too Shy, Let Me Know by the 1975. It did come out in 2020. It was one of the singles of their 2020 album Notes on a Conditional Form, and well, it was kind of hard to find like 10 songs for 2020 really that, I don't know, there's just something about the song. Listen, it's in 10th place. I don't like it like that much, but I do enjoy it pleasantly, and I asked Annika it was to listen to these 3 songs that I debated putting in 10th place, and they said they liked If You're Too Shy the best, so that's why I put it on it. There's a minute-long intro, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about artistic stuff, but I think it's a really good song. It's really cute. I like the If You're Too Shy, Let Me Know. I like the title. It's so cute. It's like, I don't know. It's a song. I don't know how to explain like the vibe. It's kind of like 2000s-y, the whole thing. You really gotta listen to it to experience it, and it's the song that I'm the least into. It's number 10, so I mean, like, I had to include the 1975 on the list somewhere. Anyways, my ninth favorite song that came out this year is called Cherry. It's the remix, actually, by Almondmilkhunni and Milli, and apparently Almondmilkhunni was a stripper, and that's great. Apparently, I think she has an OnlyFans. I'm not gonna, I don't actually know, but I think it is a really good song. It's kind of like, it only has like 400,000 streams on Spotify. It's really good. It's kind of like, it's like a Doja Cat style song. It's like rapping, singing, like a mix of it. I really like, the main line of it is, got that pussy make a grown man crazy. I love that lyric. But I really like, there's like phrases that she says after the lines, like rappers do. So like after she's like, got that pussy make a grown man crazy, then there's like, she says crazy and then like echoes off of it. I really like that. I like the like things that you hear in the background that aren't the main focus of the song. Milli, she always kills it. I love Milli. My favorite line from her is at the end. She just said, of her verse, she just says, "Make him give me dome and send him home." Like, genius. Like, I don't even know what dome is, but I know it is. It's a really good song. I do like it better than the original. It's just kind of like a glamorous, I don't know, 2000s, I don't know, vibe. It's like it's good. I like it. But if you're not into rap, you probably won't like it. I don't know. It's not like even rap, really. It's like a Doja Cat style song, yeah. But, anyways, next song. My 8th favorite song of this year is DOA by Rich Brian. DOA stands for Dead on Arrival. I did not know that. I think that, like, I think it's the best song off of his 1999 EP, but, it's, like, it's a very fast-paced, I mean, it's a long intro song, but it's, like, fast-paced, the chorus is. It's, like, bam, 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 that's how the chorus feels, really. Wait, not the chorus, I don't actually know. The post-chorus is really fast. I think it's a really good song, it's upbeat. I really like the outro. The outro is, like, kind of slower, if that makes sense, but I think it's great. I love the post-chorus. The post-chorus is my favorite part. I think that after the intro, it's a 30-second intro. It really hits you, hooks you with his voice, like, because he just goes straight into the song, and after, like, a bunch of build-up, it's great. Just upbeat, you know. All the upbeat songs are kind of lower on my list, because I saved the top of my list for, like, emotional songs that really get me crying, you know? But I think DOA is really good. I would listen to it. Like, I recommend it. That's why it's on my list. What place are we in? I think 7th place. Girls in the Hood by Megan Thee Stallion. And listen, I don't know. Maybe you're gonna take points off of this list, or it's gonna be less credible. But I think Girls in the Hood is a really good song, and it really defines 2020. The second it came out, I was listening to it on repeat, like, the entire month of July. It was so close to being in my top 5 Spotify songs, but it was number 6, sadly. It was number 6, sadly. I think that, well, I know all the lyrics to the song. I love this song so much. It's so powerful. Like, the first verse, like, she immediately hooks you in. Like, as soon as this song comes on, it takes me, like, 1 second to register, and then I'm already going at the song, saying, like, fuck being good, I'm a bad bitch. I spilled my fettuccine, but I love this song. It's, like, it makes me feel powerful. I love the second verse. I'm gonna make him eat me out while I'm watching anime. Genius. That is the best writing I have ever heard. And also, she posted on her Instagram, one of the lines is, pussy like a wild fox looking for a Sasuke. I don't know how it's pronounced. I don't watch Naruto, I'm sorry. But she posted this thing of her, and, like, the guy was standing behind her. Sasuke was standing behind her. And it was, like... And then she took it down because the photo of that anime character was, like, 16, and people were coming at her. But I still think about it. Megan. But I think that Girls in the Hood is such a good song. And it was such a big part of my 2020 that I cannot not put it on my top 10 list. So you can either take it or leave it. I don't care. I just think that Girls in the Hood is such a good song. Anyways. Number 6, my 6th best song of the year, I guess. Dreamland by Glass Animals. I really liked their 2020 album, but I really liked Dreamland, because, honestly, it did feel like I was floating, like, in a dream. It feels like you're floating down, like, a lazy river, listening to this, relaxing. It's so, like, melody, like, I really like it. I really love it. I love it so much. It feels like I'm floating whenever I listen to it. I love the vocals. I feel like I'm not gonna say it's the best song off that album, but I think it is. You didn't hear that from me though. But it's so strong. I love the vocals. It really just feels like I am floating. I really like, okay, the one part I really like is the second verse where he goes, like, at the end, when it kind of just, it, like, builds up. I don't know if it really builds up, but it feels like a build up, like, the entire second verse to the, like, when it's, like, you were 10 years old holding hands in the classroom, he had a gun on the first day of high school. Like, in that build up, I love that verse, but it's, like, and then the third verse, it just keeps getting way more intense, each verse does, I think. Like, the chorus is really dreamy. It starts off really dreamy. The verses, like, hit hard. And then, like, it goes back to the chorus, you know? Like, dreamy, relaxing chorus. Second verse, bam, hits you so much. Chorus again, right? This is just how, like, structural songs work. Wait, no, but then third verse, it's so extreme. It's, like, the way he says, like, okay. And the third verse, this guy is like, you see come to Grom, you see pink and gold. Like, he really hits you with the you, and you can feel the emotion and power behind it. It's, like, really, like, I love that song. And then the third verse ends by saying all around your head, like, repeating. It just, like, it's a real experience, this song. I love it so much. And then the outro, when he says, you go and ask your questions, like, what makes a man? That's a philosophical line. But my favorite thing is just, oh, it's 2020. Okay, the lyrics. Okay. Oh, it's 2020 and it's time to change that. So you go make an album and you call it Dreamland. I can't. Like, the reference to the album. I know people say that they don't like songs where musicians talk about, like, their writing process because they like relatable songs, but I love when he says, like, so you go make an album and call it Dreamland. There's something about that line. It just makes me so emotional. Like, this is what he is doing, if you make sense. Breaking the fourth wall. I'm reading the Genius annotation right now. But it's like, I love this song. It's just like a reflection of the lead singer. I don't actually know. I'm a fake Glass Animals fan. I'm so sorry. But it's just, this song is so powerful. And now that I'm thinking about it, I might have ranked it too low. But, 5th place now. 5th place, baby. Sleepwalker, like Qveen Herby. And listen, Qveen Herby, she has written 9 EPs, and the next thing that's coming out of her is an album. That's what I'm thinking. Or she said this was the last EP. But I think EP 9, her 9th EP, so good. It's one of her best works. But Sleepwalker, I think that Sleepwalker is the best song off of that EP 1. But it is such a good song. Listen, it's about, like, it's definitely about, like, I don't know how to explain this. It's about 2020, right? Everything that's happening, all the, like, privilege. It's, like, about white privilege, racism, right? And, like, it's, like, a calming, it really feels like a song, kind of like, it sounds sleepy, if that makes sense. Like, very, like, soft beats in the back, you know what I'm saying? But I think that, like, definitely, like, I cannot, like, this song is amazing. It's definitely just, like, I can't even explain this, oh my gosh. It's like, I'm thinking so hard right now, I'm so sorry. But it's just, like, she has acknowledged her privilege. Well, at the end of the first verse, the last line is, stepping out the door with a tablespoon of privilege. And then the pre-chorus is like, let me talk, wait. It's just that, like, the reference to being like sleeping is not being awake and aware of like the racism and privilege and like white privilege, right? So it's saying like the chorus, listen, okay, I gotta read the chorus. Too bad some people like to sleep tucked in the American dream. I woke up late at night to see nightmares on every city street, right? So it's just basically like about people who can't like acknowledge their privilege or yeah, like realize their privilege, and she has, and she's like, some people just like, as much as you drill it into them, they won't acknowledge it, but she has, and she's like trying to use her platform to boost it even like this message further. Like yeah, in the lyrics she says can't wake you, make you want to see. She can't like wake these like people up to like acknowledge themselves and their privilege. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely like a more political song, if that makes sense. Verse 2, um one of the like one of the lyrics is Trump sign in the window, and she is not a Trump supporter, let me tell you that. But like, and then I really, okay, I have such a love for this song. Verse 2, how can we be free in the future if the kids don't conquer the addiction, start to make revisions? Maybe most of all, we should learn to fucking listen. Listen, like, that's just, if you don't get the message in this song, like, where's your brain? That's it. It's like the message is so clearly obvious, and I'm really bad with words. I can't really explain it, but it's like, yeah, like listening, getting like messages out there, getting people to acknowledge their privilege, making people aware of racism that's going on. It's just like, learn to fucking listen. That's it. But I think this song is really, it's so like, it's so powerful. The chorus, like the build up, she's rapping. She's a rapper, right? It's like the build up of the chorus is so good. I love this song. I fawn over it all the time, and I love the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is so sweet. It's like, not sweet, let me say this. It's like babying, patronizing these people who won't like wake up and acknowledge everything that's going on in the world and whatever. Because the first like line is like, eat your cookies, wash the warm milk down, and she sings it in such like a tone that's kind of like condescending, like condescendingly reassuring, if that makes sense. And like the lyrics, keep sleepwalking, the alarm's so loud, keep sleepwalking, I can't save you. It's just like the comparison to of like sleeping, being asleep, as to being like not aware or not like acknowledged, if that makes sense. Maybe I should just stop talking. It's a really good song. I do recommend it. That's why it's fifth on my list. Fourth, Mr. Hollywood. Now listen, it doesn't really have that strong of a message besides like as compared to Sleepwalker by Queen Herby, but I think that Mr. Hollywood has such like an emotional depth to it that it makes up for it. But I really like it. Like Mr. Hollywood, I like how it's kind of written as this girl who's chasing Mr. Hollywood or whatever. You know, I think no, not a lot of people like the song Off an Nectar, but I really like it. It's my favorite because of the like emotion. You know what I mean? How like, okay, the verse, the first verse hits you with the like, ooh, I can't sing. It's just really his voice and the emotion he puts behind his lyrics It makes me so emotional, and the first time I listened to this song, it was in the middle of school, and I really, like, was about to cry. I was about to cry at my desk. I love there's so much emotion to it. It's kind of like a slow song, and, like, the verses hit so hard, and, like, the way he sings it, okay, when he gets halfway through the first verse and when he goes like, by the way you move, I know that you want me to tell you all the rules I know I'm searching to, like, he says, like, by the way you move, like, he really accentuates that move, and he says it in a different way. It's just the way he sings it, it's so good. And then he continues this throughout the first verse, and then the chorus just kind of resets everything. It's like, it's simple. It's a really simple song, if that makes sense. But I really like it because he replaces that like, he gets rid of the simplicity by adding the emotional, like, singing to it, if that makes sense. Like, you don't notice how simple of a song it is, really, until you're just sitting down looking at the lyrics, which is what I'm doing right now. Anyways, that's my fourth. Take it or leave it. It's a hot take. Third favorite song of 2020, Best Years by 5 Seconds of Summer. And listen, I think that 5 Seconds of Summer, maybe I should say that for my album review thing, but 5 Seconds of Summer has really progressed with their music, and they are capable of writing such good emotional songs, if that makes sense. They were even back in the day, but Best Years, it really gets me in my feels. I am, like, crying thinking about it right now. It's so cute. It's like, it's just the wanting, the yearning, I suppose. It's, okay, Best Years, it's about giving someone the best years of their life in a relationship, I think. It's like, well, even just, like, saying that, I will give you the best years, like, I will devote part of my life into making yours better. That's so romantic. It's so cute. And, like, verse 1, it acknowledges past, like, relationship traumas. The first line, you've got a million reasons to hesitate. He's kind of, like, trying to build up this relationship. And then, okay, listen, pre-chorus, right? The lyrics are, but I'll build a house out of the mess and all the broken pieces. I'll make up for all your tears. That shit is so romantic. Like, I will build a house out of the mess and all the broken pieces. I will take your past trauma and help, like, build you up. I love it. He says, one of the lyrics of the chorus is, I promise, darling, I promise, darling, you won't regret the best years. Like, it's just so, I love it. Verse 2, I want to hold your hair when you drink too much and carry you home when you cannot stand up. Like, it's such a romantic song, and it is such an emotional song. It's sad. Not sad, but it's definitely, like, a slower song. Like I said, I put all the, like, upbeat songs at the bottom of the list because I feel like slower songs can give you such an, like, an emotional depth behind them, if that makes sense. But I think this song is just so romantic. There's just something about this song, like, I will give you the best years of your life. Like, I promise, you know? That shit is so romantic. Maybe I'm just touch-starved. Who knows? Anyways, second song. Self-Crucify by Bea Miller. This song is so sad. I sent it to Annika, and Annika was like, this is the saddest song. Like, this is such a sad song. But it's like, self-crucify, right? I don't know what let me look up crucify. I gotta know this exact definition right now. That's criticize someone, like, self-criticism. Wow. It is about that. It's just like, verse 1 starts off, "You can call me what you wanna, cause I've probably called me worse." It's just like, that song, it gets the waterworks going. Any person like will cry to that. When she says, "I hit the rocky bottom on my 14th year of Earth," that gets me going every time. Like, here comes the waterworks. But no, like, I feel like more people need to acknowledge that younger kids, like, really teenage years can be so like scarring, traumatic, that like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain. Like, I hit the rocky bottom. I hit the rocky bottom in my 14th year on Earth. It's just like, when you're 14, people kind of adults kind of like look down on you and don't acknowledge that people can go through a hard time in their teenage years and they don't take teenagers seriously. But I like this song because, well, she's 21, 22. How old is she? She's older, and the fact that 21, still acknowledges that 14 was like the worst year of her life. It's just something about that, you know what I mean? I appreciate like the acknowledgement or whatever, because it needs to be more normalized. It needs to be like an idea. It needs to be like, yeah, normalized, really. But part of the pre-chorus is, "It's important to not self-crucify," right? Yeah. The chorus, so emotional. It's like kind of like Joji, Mr. Hollywood, when he like goes like, it's just like, okay, like, the lyrics, it's hard to tell you the emotional depths behind the song, but it's like, oh, 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 but she sings them so like flowingly. It's like lulling, if that makes sense. And it feels like one part of the song, it breaks down and there is a giant chorus behind her singing these lines, but it's like, she said like the lyric, says the lyric, "I start each party saying that I have to go," but the way she sings it, she's like, I start like the start goes up each party saying that I have to go. It's just like, the way she sings it, it sounds like a chorus. She is her own chorus, right? And then the second verse, also emotional. "I had to leave one of my mamas because of the money that she stole, and if you can't trust your mother, I guess you're better on your own." If you can't trust your mother, I guess you're better on your own. It's like something that hits home there, right? To people with mommy issues, right? It's very emotional. And also, I did not know that Bea Miller has lesbian parents. I mean, I guess she moved in with her other mother, right? She lives with her now, but that's something I didn't know, you know? And then after that, the pre-chorus, I forgive her so I can sleep at night. That's something that, like, just lying awake at night, not being able to sleep because of, like, your mother. It's just like, oh my god. This song is so sad, right? Like, basically after the interlude, there's like a huge interlude in the middle of it where it's just kind of like instrumental, and then the chorus starts up again, and it's her singing it with a bunch of other voices behind her vocalizing with it, you know? It's such an emotional song. It really gets me going. It's so sad. Just telling you, just warning you, if you want to listen to it, it's sad. Finally, what you've all been waiting for, number 1 song in 2020, and I think it is "Take Me Away" by the Driver Era. And listen, I love the aesthetic of this song. Like, the album cover is so pretty. Let me, I gotta flip this camera. Like, I do not edit my own videos. This cover, right? I don't know if you can see that, but I love that aesthetic. I love the, like, flashing lights. It feels like you are listening on a train ride home. This song feels like you are sitting on a train at like 11 p.m. at night, and you're watching the lights of the city like pass pass through the like window. You're like watching the lights pass and you're listening to the song, and I don't know, it just feels like you're taken through a tunnel, if that makes sense. The I really like the musical element to the song, you know what I mean? I can't describe it really, but it's relaxing. It's another relaxing song. It's like less than Dreamland, but it's kind of up there with Dreamland, like the relaxing part to it. It's kind of sad, you know. Ross pours a lot of emotion to the song, right? In the pre-chorus especially, when he's like, we're going back, it was so far, now it's over, tears to a fire, I'm not a liar. It's such like a build-up. The pre-chorus is such a build-up to this like slow chorus where he's like, take me away. You know? Yeah. And then the second verse, it's just like the verses build up to the pre-chorus, and then it like all releases in the chorus, I think. Yeah. It's a simple song. It's so simple, but I love it so much. I add it to all my playlists, right? But it's such like a relaxing, good song. It is like, I can't explain it. I think really most of the emotion, it comes from the way, I can't say it without you hearing the song first, but it's like the emotion of Ross's singing and the like music, the actual track sound of it, it's just, they both combine in such a way that it like elevates the song. The song literally feels like you are entering the gates of heaven. Anyways, I could be praising the song too much, you could hate it, but I think it is such a good song, and I really do. It's like kind of melancholious. I don't know, that's not a word, I'm making words now, but it's been like 32 minutes. I just think it is my favorite song of 2020. It's just, I'm a sucker for emotional songs. That is it. Anyways,